Hello everybody, I am Veena Nair. Welcome to Clarify Better Show, where we talk to our guests to try to help your hotel make money, save cost, or train the team. We all have a love-hate relation with online travel agent, but it is true that they are very much part of our reality. Our guest today is Pawan Charak, and we will talk about how you can make the most of this relation to help increase revenue for your hotel. Also, if you would like to train your team, the Learning Library on clarifiedbetter.com is a great resource for you to offer a cost-effective learning solution to your team. With over 50 plus courses and 700 plus lessons, the Learning Catalog has something for all departments in the hotel. All your team members will be able to have unlimited access to the content library, and if someone new joins, they can get access to the learning library immediately at no cost. So visit clarifiedbetter.com/team to contact us and enroll your hotel. The link once again is clarifiedbetter.com/team. And now on to our show with Mr. Pawan Charak. Welcome to the show, Pawan. Tell us a little bit about you and your experience.
Thank you so much. I'm Pawan Charak. I have close to 8 years of experience in technology industry. For the initial few years, I was fortunate enough to involved in providing technological solutions to MNC in automating their operations. For the last 4 years, which is the most relevant one, I was associated with a company called GoMT, one of the largest OTAs in India, and managing their two brands, that's MakeMyTrip and GoAvivo, as far as their hotel business is concerned. Yeah.
All right, that's a very good experience you have got in the travel industry. And so some years back, there was a push by major brand to book directly on the website. Do you recommend such a strategy for smaller hotels?
Okay, so smaller hotels, I'm assuming you are referring to independent hotels. So if the question is it recommended to have room sales through brand website? The answer is always yes. However, the actual question is, do you recommend websites for independent hotels to have profitable growth? The answer is no, because it involves a lot of costs like website construction, maintenance, bringing traffic, optimizing the conversions, and that too in a sustainable manner. That is very expensive in nature. So perhaps may not be the right strategy for the independent hotels in the beginning.
I see. So how can hotel leverage OTA to increase room sales?
Broadly, I would categorize this thing, the 4 offerings from the OTAs into 4 buckets. One is called hygiene management. I will come to it, like what is hygiene management and everything. The hygiene management is basically to increase the chance of booking a hotel. The second is sales and marketing of a hotel, which is basically improve visibility of a hotel and its offerings. Third is customer relationship management for improving the customer experience. And the fourth is the one and the most critical one, which is sharing market insights and data for optimum use of OTAs as far as revenue management is concerned.
Okay, so can you give us some more information about the OTAs?
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, like for example, for like corporates, FITs, or let's say, so we have different channel mix for revenue managers to take care of as far as the profitability of the revenue of the hotel is concerned. So I think the hotels ideally should consider OTA as one channel which they can leverage to increase their profitability or to make their revenue management more efficient. So what I mean, for example, generally the hotel has typically a mix of, let's say, 30-40% of corporates, or let's say maybe 20% of their FITs, and maybe MICE is also there, right? So in this case, if the hotel actually, so most of the times the hotels have this problem of having good market insights and most relevant data available to the revenue managers. And both these things are actually very relevant as far as OTAs are concerned. They are investing heavily in the technology and as far as making sure all this data is available to the revenue managers. So by, I think, leveraging these two things also, the life of a revenue manager will become better.
All right. That's nice. What is the most underutilized resource by hotels as far as OTAs are concerned?
So I think so broadly, when a hotelier thinks about the OTAs, the two things that comes to mind is basically the visibility and the commissions part. So I think ironically, if we just rationalize these things also, the things which the hotels are not leveraging as efficiently as they should be is basically the data that is available or the insights that are available with the market managers for OTAs. So if they can have a detailed discussion about not only about the profitability or the commissions, but how they can actually increase the sales of a hotel, I think, and with the externets available from Booking.com, Expedia, Agoda, MakeMyTrip, Goigo, they all have a very great tool that is available to the hotels, which is externет. And there's a lot of insights and data is available. How can they actually put up not only pricing, but the promotions? How can they actually target few segments of customers through different OTAs? So I think data management from the OTAs is basically underutilized resource as far as the revenue management from hotels are concerned.
Okay. So you mean to say it is totally underutilized sector? You mean to say that?
Yes, absolutely. Because you won't believe the MakeMyTrip, which was in 2012, is now completely different MakeMyTrip to Goigo in 2020. Now they've invested heavily in artificial learning or maybe data analytics tools and bringing a lot of newer technologies. But hotels are not equally speed up in bringing to these tools. Still, they are using the tools in a very old-fashioned way. Maybe just putting the prices in promotions and that's it. But however, there are a lot of insights which are available through these platforms which they can leverage.
I see. So, so basically, if I want to go to some place, say Manali, and I will check in MakeMyTrip, what all places can I visit? I will go to the reviews and take the review from the customers, whoever have experienced, who have stayed in the hotel or anything. So this is how I as a traveler or I as a tourist will look at MakeMyTrip. So you're talking about they have enhanced technology and then they have used some artificial intelligence or something like that. How are they basically doing that? How you said they are putting a lot of investment in this sector. So what basically can they do? Are they analyzing the comments that the tourists have posted here or something like that?
So maybe broadly, if I explain you, like you can say they are analyzing each and every bit of data that is generated on the website or generated to the users. So maybe some sort of a user profiling is there. So for example, a hotel might have attracted 10,000 reviews. So what they are essentially trying to do is basically trying to find out the insights that what are those areas where the hotel has to improve on. So for example, if I can give you one very recent example. So MakeMyTrip Goigo has introduced a feature called house rules. House rules. So house rules, what does it mean? So for example, there's a trend which is emerging. Like a lot of people always travel with their pets in the hotels, but not all the hotels are pet friendly. So what they have got this insight maybe because they have a very high level of engagement with the hotels and the travelers. They find this insight. Maybe in the other countries also it's very prevalent that people the websites always show like whether it's a pet friendly hotel or not. So now they have introduced a new feature where hotels can themselves select this feature whether their hotel is pet friendly or not. So it actually increases the conversions manifold, especially leisure hotels on the weekends destinations. it's a very great feature. Other one is like child-friendly feature, child-friendly hotels. So a lot of hotels have parks, a lot of sports activities, a lot of children-related activities, like in leisure hotels. They generally have it. So for example, if you specifically highlight those features to customers, the likelihood of those customers booking that hotel increases very drastically. So I think Make My Trip, Goibo, and maybe I'm quite sure like other OTs also are investing heavily in understanding and trying to understand the behavior of the travelers and how can they actually showcase these properties or the hotels the best possible way to the travelers so they can book. So I think this is the idea.
I see. I see. So you said that the Make My Trip kind of platform has enhanced in the technology that you have said right now, but the hotel has not. Hotel is still lagging in technology, is what you are saying. So why do you
Yes.
think it is that? Also, if a platform like Make My Trip or GoIbibo are already implementing technology, is it really essential for hotels to implement the same technology, or they just directly hire the service that these platforms are providing?
First question, like why hotels are lacking? The answer is maybe hotels, structurally, hotels are built in such a way that hotels were never a significant part of their business. Like they always consider as the may not be the last resort, maybe the third last or fourth last resort as far as their occupancies are concerned. So that's why I think, and other channels are fixed, like maybe revenue managers or general managers or maybe owners also. Their rate of adoption of technology because technology also comes at a cost and so their rate of adoption always decreases because there is a cost factor also involved and plus there is a training factor also involved. So for example, if you move to a different technology or a different data platform, you have to retrain your resources. You don't have to only retrain the resources, you have to bring more new resources to actually make use of that platform. So that is the first reason why the hotels or maybe it's any other industry also is slightly lagging as far as the technology adoption of these OTAs are concerned. What was your second question? Sorry.
The second question was that if platforms like Ibibo and Make My Trip are already implementing these technology, is it really necessary for the hotels to do that as well? Like, can they just not include in the package or whatever this platforms are
So,
providing? Can they
so,
just not
uh,
hire that?
so I think so broadly, let me talk about only mid-scale hotels right now. For example, so the hotels in a mid-scale hotel, let's say in Jaipur, the OT's contribution might be just 15 or 20% in a healthy mix. So 15 and 20% and the behavior of these travelers is quite different from the travelers which are actually coming to the hotel from different channels like from through offline travel agents or through the corporates. The corporates might be booking at the last minute and giving a lot of cancellations at the last minute. Or maybe the groups are traveling in 45 days advance, giving money in 45 advance. But in case of OTAs, maybe they are attracting most of the last minute bookings at maybe a slightly different price points. And maybe you can say the corporates are staying with a two length of stay, or maybe the people are coming from OTs have one length of stay. So there are a lot of demarcations, there are a lot of differences as far as the customer segmentations from different channels are concerned. So for example, just replicating the understanding from one channel to another may not be a good idea. That's why. So, but broadly, if you try to understand the behavior of the customer, it actually differs from channel to channel. But I think your understanding of one channel will certainly help you in making better decisions in the other channel are concerned.
It's nice. Your understanding of one channel might help you understand the other aspect of the uh, uh, of the information as well. All right, that's very useful. So Pawan, what are the factors that help the hotels improve discovery on OTA?
Okay, so I think you have to understand the OTAs are also businesses. They exist to make money and to bring some sort of convenience to the travelers so that they can find out their destinations and book them as well. Now, there are certain factors which I can list, like which are very important as far as OTs are concerned, because they also have to run their own business. First is basically conversion. You can say, what is the probability of booking a hotel if a customer looks at this? The first one, that is the conversion is one of the most critical elements. If first one, Make My Trip will never show a hotel at the top, which has a very low probability of booking. So, for example, in a mid-scale hotel in Jaipur, let's say in May, June, where all the hotels are available at 2,000 and you are available at 8,000 rupees, or maybe a four-star hotel also. So, 8,000 rupees, nobody will be able to book. So, it's very difficult for them to actually give them a higher visibility boost and everything, or naturally it will come at the top. Because the likelihood of booking at the hotel is decreases very significantly if it is out of the market. Market is running at, let's say, 3,000 ARR, and this particular hotel is sitting at 8,000 hotel ARR because of some reason, maybe. Second is the inventory allocation. Inventory allocation is basically, for example, if you have given just 2 rooms to Make My Trip, and there's one other hotel which has given 10 rooms to Make My Trip. Now, if for example, if the hotel is sitting at the top, or the discoverability is high, the likelihood of selling those 2 rooms is very high. So if the hotel is sold out by, let's say, 10 a.m. in the morning, why would I show the hotel at the top if it is sold out at 10 a.m.? So the inventory there should be an optimal level of inventory on the OTs as far as concerned if the discovery of that hotel has to be increased. Third is basically the content. Content part, when I say the content, basically, if a traveler has to make a decision whether he wants to book a hotel or not, he will definitely look at the images of the hotel. He will definitely see what's the cancellation policy of the hotel, what are the meal plans, what are the room categories available, maybe how far it is from, let's say, city center. Those kind of things are very important for a customer to make a mind whether he really wants to book that hotel. If all these things are mostly sorted, if you have a high resolution images, if you have most of the meal plans available, if you are in a business city, maybe you have a good CP plan with good breakfast reviews also, those also actually play a very critical role as far as the bookability of those hotel on the OTs is concerned. And third, the next parameter is the NPS. So internally also, all OTs measure the NPS of the hotel. NPS is basically net promoter score. So what does it mean? If somebody has stayed in the hotel, what is the probability of that particular customer promoting that hotel to its neighbors after staying in that hotel? So we actually track that NPS score. That actually tells you how much good is that hotel is. So NPS plays a very critical role. We always share that data with the partners also, so they can actually act on it and take all the corrective measures to whatever it takes to get the score improved. And the last thing, which is maybe the important one, is called the optimum supply of offerings. So what does it mean? So for example, if you have a business hotel on a weekend, you don't have a weekend package. And let's say you are living in a Bangalore city, where people have usually weekend getaways. So if you don't have weekend, and especially if you know, like mostly couples are also traveling, and you don't have, let's say, any offering which is very maybe a meal upgrade or room upgrade, when you have actually on a low occupancy dates. So those kind of things are very, very important, increasing the conversion of the hotel. Having all those offerings for the customers is actually very important.
That's very nice. If someone wants to hire you to help improve their hotel revenue, where can they find you?
I think they can always contact me on LinkedIn if it is possible. It's very simple, /Pawan Charak. You can easily find out it's a very unique name. You can easily find it on the LinkedIn, Facebook, or any social networking platform.
I see. Okay, that's nice. I am certain that our viewers and audience will be able to get great value out of this interview. You can find all details about Pawan on our website, where we will publish this interview in the show notes. Thank you for coming on to our show, Pawan. And thank you to our audience for watching this on YouTube or listening to the podcast. The Clarified Better show is available in video and audio format and is available on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify. If you like what we are doing, please do leave a comment or a review so that it will help us to serve you better. Well, Pawan, it was a great pleasure talking to you and getting to know all the information of the tourist and trip and how the hotels can benefit from such information. Thank you so much for coming to Clarified Better Show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.